Welcome back to the Whirlpool, where fibs and fabrications are pulled under and drowned. I'm Michael Worley. It's the final Whirlpool of the month, and that means only one thing. It's time to pull something good out of my bulging sack. My sack is full and rock hard. Let's empty it out by answering some viewer mail. This first letter is from Dorothy Hongelbluth from Wilkes-Barre. Wasn't it sad to see the beautiful Notre Dame Cathedral going up in flames? I watched it on CNN and cried the whole time. I can relate, Dorothy. CNN always makes me cry as well. It was indeed very sad to see the fire at Notre Dame. One of the world's great works of architecture has been seriously damaged. But what makes it even sadder is the fact that Notre Dame has been unjustly occupied by the Conciliar Church for decades. That cathedral is the rightful property of the one true church, and those sleazy heretics at the Vatican darn well know it. And I'll tell you this, if the one true church had been looking after Notre Dame, those Muslims would never have been able to get close enough to set it on fire. This next letter is from Tyler Tronghart from Wilkes-Barre. What is your opinion on heartbeat bills, like the one which recently became law in Ohio? Excellent question, Tyler. For those of you who do not know what Tyler is referring to, a heartbeat bill is a piece of legislation which bans abortions from being performed once a fetal heartbeat is detectable. Obviously, I, like all civilized and moral people, find bills like this to be outrageous and unacceptable. Why should only unborn children with heartbeats be protected from the atrocity of abortion? The ineffectual instruments of your precious medical science may be unable to detect the beating of a child's tiny heart until 6 weeks into a pregnancy, but our Heavenly Father detects it right away because He has incredibly acute hearing, He sees through walls, and He is watching everything we do. Think of all the evils of this world which have gone unpunished merely because we couldn't see them. The underdemons and their prehistoric attack beasts dwelling within the hollow earth, the snow giants lurking atop the icy cliffs of the outer rim, carbon monoxide. But as it is written in Proverbs 5:21, the Lord beholdeth the ways of man, and considereth all his steps. Our Heavenly Father sees all the evil you do, and all the evil you condone by pretending it isn't there, and one day you will face a reckoning for all of it.
From his humble beginnings as the son of a coal miner to his ascent to become the vicar of Christ, read the inspiring story of the leader of the one true church in his own words. Only God can judge me. The autobiography of Angelicus II, Archbishop of Wilkes-Barre. Available now at Paschalis and other fine bookstores.
This final letter comes from Marge Wickenhammer from Wilkes-Barre. Will you address the rumors regarding Angelicus II and his role in covering up decades of sex abuse by members of the OTC? If these allegations are true, I need to know so I can plan my future church attendance accordingly. No need to change your plans, Marge, because I can tell you unequivocally that these sex abuse allegations are garbage. There's not a shred of truth to them, and frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if these so-called victims hear from the One True Church's divinely inspired legal team soon. As I am not an employee of the One True Church and therefore not a part of the inner circle, I do not know if His Preeminence intends to sue his accusers, but I hope he does. It would serve them right. A message needs to be sent. If you accuse a prominent man of sex crimes, you will be destroyed. Otherwise, these opportunists will come crawling out of the woodwork with their shameful, false, and superficially credible charges. And yes, I'm saying the charges are false. I don't believe the victim. I believe in due process. And not the pale shadow of due process promised by our country's pitiful man-made constitution, but the real due process that allows the children of God to discover the truth. The truth is, Archbishop Angelicus is an honorable man. If he wasn't, God wouldn't have chosen him to lead the one true church. Therefore, he is innocent of these charges. It's simple logic. These accusers are liars, plain and simple. I don't know them, and their names are mysteriously being kept private as a part of the ongoing investigation, but they're obviously doing this for the attention. And I'm sure they're hoping to cash in eventually. What other reason could there be for them to accuse the leader of a powerful and resourceful religious organization of such horrible crimes? There's nothing more lucrative in this warped, politically correct culture than pretending to be a victim. In the midst of this outpouring of public support for the accusers, I can't help but wonder where the sympathy is for the real victims here. Angelicus II, the godly and celibate priests of the one true church, and humble members of the flock like myself, who have done nothing but defend these men and this institution. What did we do to deserve this? For the Whirlpool, I'm Michael Worley.